So I went ahead and made a little boo-boo. Looks like does that work? Have I got any sound? Hi, welcome to the stream. Unfortunately, I didn't actually mean to send that tweet when I did, so I put myself in a position where I have to go live. I wasn't actually ready. So apologies. At the moment, I have no sound. You guys should have sound, but I don't, and it's a problem because it means I can't hear the air traffic controller. For some reason, Microsoft Flight Simulator does not allow Bluetooth headphones to work. All audio plays through the default audio device. Well, it isn't. Yeah, sure. So, well, we'll go see where the home of the Rangers football team is. Actually, we won't, because I have no idea where they are. I know it's Glasgow, or at least I think it is. But anyway, bear with me because I have absolutely zero sound. I might just have to take my headphones off. I'm gonna make my OBS go a bit funny. Okay, there we go. So you should still be able to hear, and I can now hear. Yeah. Let's go back. I haven't actually decided what plane I'm going to fly yet. That's how hectic this is. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to go to Scotland. Okay. By the way, I can't do Scottish accent for Toffee. So we're going to hopefully be landing in Edinburgh. But we'll have to see about we'll take off from. So I say, well, let's go see Balmoral Castle, shall we? So I'm going to say we'll take off from this airfield, and then we're going to head down to we'll head down to Edinburgh. We're going to add Balmoral Castle as somewhere we're going to visit. Do we have Blair Castle or Glamis? Glamis? We'll add this one. That's... Okay, hopefully I can change that. And we're going to add that. No. Oh, I'll tell you where we're going to go. I just learnt where this is. We're going to go to see Loch Ness, which is down here, I believe. I believe that's Loch Ness. So we must remember to add that. We're going to go that way. And we're going to head to Balmoral Castle. Let's remove that. Wait, Balmoral Castle, Glamis Castle. We come down to. We're probably going a bit too far if we go down there. Come down and see the coast, I guess. Oh no, you're not going to let me. Oh, we'll go see the Scottish Houses of Parliament. Yeah, we'll see the Scottish Houses of Parliament next. Right, I need to pick a plane. Oh. Like a plane with good vision and a reasonable speed. Go with Diamond. Let's go with the Diamond aircraft. Put a nice little livery on there, shall we? You're gonna need fuel. Right, we don't want any failures, do we? Right, Penguin. We are Penguin 1123. Come on now. Yep, no worries. Yeah, just drop in and out whenever you need to. This is apparently an hour and 43-minute flight, so Yeah. But we shall have to see what happens. Let's just check I've got enough fuel. Yeah, I've got more than enough fuel. Is there any way I can make this a little bit shorter? If I start from Inverness. Oh. Apologies, it's not going how I wanted. Right, I'm going to add this. But we're not actually going to be landing there. So Balmoral Castle, add. Glamis Castle, add. Scottish Houses of Parliament. The way I can change the order? No, I can't. What's the live weather like? What have we got? We'll do some broken clouds. We'll do broken clouds. Okay, and we're going to take off from the gate. I'm going to go ahead and click fly so that we're ready at the very least. And I'm also going to mute my phone. Oh, why are we here? We're not supposed to be on the runway. We're supposed to be at the gate. Never mind. Okay. Right. Fashion master. So, gonna need the carburetor heat. Bit. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so I need my nav log open so we can see where we're going. We are tuned in. Oh, apparently we've already got clearance for takeoff, so I'm going to go ahead, turn on my stopwatch. We're going to check if it's clear. Yep, fine. And let's go for it. First of all, I need those up. Oh my goodness, this thing takes off with not very much runway. I put my landing gear away. This is the problem that I have when I have no experience with the aeroplane. Continue for self-departure, Diamond 123. I don't know why I'm Diamond. I'm supposed to be Penguin.
Diamond 1123, continue for self-departure.
Got a flaps up. So we've got some quite low-lying clouds. We should still be able to. We should still be able to see some nice views. So the first leg of this flight is probably going to be the longest. Probably looking at about 20 odd minutes. Oh my goodness! In this plane, apparently this whole trip is going to take 2 hours. Maybe I should have picked a faster plane. Never mind. We can always slew if we need to get there quickly. Unfortunately, I don't actually have the. I'm using the VFR map so that I can find my way to Loch Ness. Oh no, there we go. 329. No, it's not turn 329 up from here. Hitting a bit of turbulence. I might put on the dev thing and change to different if I'm able to. Ah, there we go. Right, okay. Pause. Apologies. Let's go for the, just for now, we could go for the Grand Caravan. Okay. Here we go. Make sure it's registered all my inputs. So, this is what we're flying in now, this hunky beast. We don't have as much visibility out the doors, but it does mean that this trip should be shorter. So I'm going to go ahead. Have I got autopilot on, per chance? Oh, here it is. Yes, I've got autopilot. Go ahead and follow the. I'm going to go ahead and follow that river. Meandering river. I'm going to turn off the dev menu though. We don't need that in the way. Off. There we go. That's a bit better. Whilst we're here flying, just want to see if I can turn on the side lights. I am still, don't worry, I'm still aware of what's going on. My primary flight display, which is this thing here, that's telling me how the plane is currently, the attitude and the altitude and all that jazz. Though right now I can't see that. Oh, Oh, this plane probably has... Yeah, copper blend again. So during this flight, the pilot has turned on the... No, he hasn't. Pilot has turned on the... Where's it gone? There it is. Right, he's turned on the no smoking sign. But he has not turned on the no drinking sign. So feel free to get yourself a tipple. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and right now it's 5 o'clock in England. A bit of turbulence at the minute. Hello, Vivi. I'm not sure that this aeroplane actually has toilets, if I'm honest with you. Looking outside. Let's have a look in. We'll have a look inside, and we'll see. I'll turn myself around, and we'll see if there's a toilet. It doesn't look like it, I'm afraid. I'm pretty certain behind that is the cargo hold. So I'm afraid that you are flat out of luck. But this is only a short flight. Oh, this is nice. So, according to my understanding of Scottish geography, I am currently flying over. I'm currently flying over Loch Ness. Just do a quick check. Yes. No. Yes, so Loch Ness is a lot longer than I thought it was. I don't know if you can see my tablet. There we go. And we are currently flying. Might be able to see it in this little display, but we are currently flying over that. Let me zoom this out. We're flying over that. We are currently flying over... Oh. Currently flying over Loch Ness. Maybe if we go low enough, we'll be able to see the monster. Loch Ness. I can't do Scottish accent, by the way. I'm absolutely terrible, but it won't stop me from trying and making a fool of myself. So right now, I suppose it gives me a good chance to explain how I'm able to take my hands off of the aeroplane and not worry too much. So that's specifically the reason why I have this heads-up display showing. Usually I hate flying with it. So what you have down here in this bottom corner is the vertical speed indicator. That means how many feet per minute I'm climbing or descending. And at the moment I'm descending ever so slightly. But as you can see, that's now going back up. And that's all due to this button here, which sets my trim, my elevator trim. I don't know if you can see that little tab on the back. I mean, there's aileron trim tabs along here. There's an elevator trim tab just there. That's like a mini version of this tail section. And what that does is it means that you can make small adjustments that will hold the plane that will hold the plane steady, and that's why I'm able to fly without needing constant contact with the controls. Apparently this plane does have an autopilot, but I shan't think we'll need it today. I also didn't think about the fact that that in Scotland there's a lot of mountains, so there's a very good chance we're actually going to miss the sunset, which would be a terrible shame. Absolute terrible shame. During this flight, we're supposed to be looking at some of the scenery, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll tell you what, we're just going to reduce the prop angle a little bit here. Ooh, and that's given us, let's change our torque. So that we can see some of this lovely scenery. I'm afraid I can't give you a tour of Scotland. I haven't done an air tour myself of Scotland. All I can tell you is roughly where we are. So I know we're in Scotland for a start, and we are currently flying above Loch Ness. Bring the fuel mixture down a little bit as well. So I hope you've had a fantastic day so far. In case you're wondering, we're flying in the Cessna Grand Caravan. I don't have very much experience with this plane. In fact, this is the very first time I've flown this plane. That actually came with the base edition, I believe, of Microsoft Flight Simulator. So it just goes to show I love my Airbus, and that's pretty much all I fly, with the exception of the Icon, which is I know we're near the ground. Oh dear, I didn't know rivers could do that. The Icon is a water landing capable aircraft. It's lovely, but it's far too slow for this flight, unfortunately. Maybe if I do a tour of the south coast of England, that would be different, but for now, I have to stick to a fairly quick... That looks ridiculous. I've also just realised I forgot to plug in my Ethernet cable before I started streaming, and my Ethernet cable is not to hand. Please let me know whether the stream starts cutting out, because that will mean that I will have to go rush and get it. Okay, so I think we are just about done with Loch Ness, I'm going to go ahead and turn towards Balmoral Castle. Yes, I am going to keep trying that Scottish accent. Oh, I need to bring up the... Oh, no wonder that didn't work. There we go. Bring up some power. So I can see my instruments. The danger here is flying into a mountain. You don't realise just how quickly you move forwards in relation to how quickly you move upwards. So flying into a mountain is a real possibility here. Especially when for some reason I keep losing altitude. Lot of turbulence over these mountains and valleys. Oh, this plane is rocking. Look at this. We are all over the shop. Whoa. I'm not even sure we should be flying through this. Okay, let's go ahead and get some... We're going to get some altitude here, just so that we can pull away from some of this turbulence. The last thing I want to do is snap my wings off. Meanwhile, we are on our way to Balmoral Castle. Shouldn't have had... Oh, I tell you what I can do, what I've just remembered I can do, as we are playing on with... There we go. Much better. Look, you can see things now. How lovely. Go ahead and reduce power now. Enough altitude. I'm just picking up some speed. With the turn of events being what? The lack of turbulence, because I'm going to be honest with you, Vivi, the turbulence is still there. That's caused by the hills, not the weather. That's why there's wind farms, for example. Nice idea. Let me have a look at the lovely wind farm. Oh, go ahead and do your pun though. I do encourage you to do puns. I like a good pun. Okay, so this section of the flight is going to take a little while. The turn one was fun. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Did I turn a bit too violently, or was it from the turbulence? I'd like to make it very clear, ladies and gentlemen, I do not encourage people to fly or drive when looking behind them. It is dangerous and someone could get hurt. At the same time, I also encourage you, if you do decide to drink with me, drink responsibly and never fly a plane whilst drinking. Or handle any sort of automotive, I don't know the word I'm looking for, any vehicle, there we go. Don't handle any vehicle while under the influence of alcohol. Stay safe. Oh, I just noticed our power level is at 69%. I think I'm obliged to say nice. Nice. We're heading off course a little bit. The only reason I know that we're heading off course is because I have a map here. And we're heading to Balmoral Castle. I have to actually ignore the... Oh, no. I know what I can do. I know what I can do. Where's direct? Let's direct course to... Oh, I have to do it manually, don't I? Let's look at the flight plan. Maybe that will show me. Go with direct. Model. So I want to go to that one, and I can't remember how. I can't remember how I changed the currently selected part of my flight plan. Oh, toggle selection cursor, there it is. Ah! Going off course a little bit. We're going we're miles off course whilst I've been fiddling around with this thing. Active lag. Ah, there we go. Right, enter. How do I make it go there? I want it to go there. Oh, whatever. We'll do this. We'll do this the old-fashioned way. But let's get back on track. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever flown this aircraft. I didn't even fly it yesterday during my test flight. I flew about 5 different aeroplanes, but not this one. I wish it was voice activated. Mostly can't remember. I know I've been told how to do it. Unfortunately, you did miss Loch Ness. We're on our way to Balmoral Castle now. You also missed some incredible turbulence. Incredible. Okay, there we go. So it's roughly in line with us. I'm really annoyed that I can't remember how to change the active leg on this. I'm just going to try a little bit more. Let's see. Oh. DTX. Does that mean direct? Does that? No. Oh, it might do. No, it can't do. Nope. Unfortunately, we didn't see the monster, but we did see parts of the river were halfway up the valley either side, which was quite interesting. It seemed to defy all physics, considering this is a game built around a lot of very complicated physics. It was a shock to see, put it that way. The pilot needs a top up. I wish I knew the area a little better. I would tell you where we are and what we're looking at. I suppose I can look on Google Maps and I can work out roughly where we are. Ooh. That is the strangest way I have ever seen a map. With putting the UK up on its head. Oh my goodness, how do I turn that? Oh, there we go. Okay, so at the moment, I believe we are above. Cairngorms National Park. I imagine that's pronounced with a rolled R, so it's Cairngorms National Park or something like that. Oh my goodness. There are some strange place names in Scotland. Cock Bridge. And Spittle of Glenmuick. Oh, okay. I appreciate your insight. It's nice to have someone Scottish telling me where I'm going right and wrong. So, we're about halfway to Balmoral Castle. I apologise for how long this leg's taking. If I knew the names of anything in between Loch Ness and Balmoral Castle, it would probably be Aslos. It would probably be a bit more interesting, but at least, you know, these are some gorgeous mountains. And we've got a lovely sunset on the way. Yes, and on your right you can see another hill, and on your left, oh look, a valley and a road. And there's a small river. And my plane keeps turning. Too much talk for its own good. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how to say that. Balmoral Castle is found within Cairn na Cuamne. Nice, Vivi. Nice. Very nice. I sound like an English person trying to speak French. Cairn na Cuamne. Oh, okay. Apparently Vivi's heard of this place before. I can't say I have. Doing a lot of climbing lately, haven't we? I didn't even realise that we've just hit 6,000 feet. In fairness, we are flying over mountains, so we're probably only at maybe 1,500 feet at most. I thought I saw a little house then. I'm going to say, crazy fools, why would you live on a mountain when you can get internet in town, in cities? Also, Ben Lomond would be the hill of Loch Lomond. Because I know Loch means lake. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and reduce my thrust a little bit, just so that we can come down a tad. I'm also going to go back into first person view. Maybe not that high though, just so I can see my vertical speed. Because we are almost at Balmoral Castle. Whilst we're here, let's do some sightseeing. Didn't pick the best plane for it, but there are hills everywhere. Everywhere. Must be horrible living here. All the hills you have to walk up and down all the time. Saying that, it is a place of astounding natural beauty, so there is that. So if I'm not mistaken, that over there is where we're heading, I believe. Oh, yep, there we go, it just popped up. Let's go ahead and reduce thrust a little bit more and start coming down a little bit. I'd like to get down to 2,000 feet before we get there, but that might not be possible. I mean, I could put reverse thrust on, then we'd get down. Saying that, I'd probably hit that mountain as well, or hit that hill. Yes, NM is nautical miles. Where are you seeing that? Oh, my goodness. I'm looking at my screen thinking, oh, is it down here in one of my displays? Yes, NM stands for nautical miles. Unfortunately, I don't actually know the conversion, certainly not off the top of my head. Let's Google it for you, just before we get down there. So, okay, one nautical mile is 1.15. They're called statute miles. So there you go. That's the conversion rate. So approximately 1 mile away now. So let's go ahead. Of course that doesn't work. Smart cam objects. There we go. There you are, Balmoral Castle. What are you doing with the camera? Okay. So, as we are chasing the sunset here, I'm going to go ahead and fly straight to Glamis Castle, or Glamis. We're going to need a bit of... Ooh, feeling a bit feisty, aren't we? Let me a bit fast. I can't land on the castle, I'm afraid. Maybe another time I will purposefully do things that are a bit crazy, but today, in a plane that this is the first time I've used, I'd really rather not. Like, I'm not actually a pilot. I have flying experience, but I'm not actually a pilot. I hope you're looking forward to next week, by the way. We're going to do an aileron roll. Okay. I don't know how you would do a roll of any other kind, but I'm going to need to get a bit more altitude first. Actually, no, I'm not. I've got the wrong roll then. Yeah, let's go ahead. Just an aileron, not a barrel roll. This is an aileron roll. Which ended up turning into a barrel roll. There we go. Crazy. Crazy, I can't believe it. Yeah, so a barrel roll you pull back as well as you roll. So a barrel roll is like a wide roll. Another name for an aileron roll, by the way, is called a corkscrew. Just as it is on a roller coaster. They're called corkscrews on roller coasters as well. Really, aileron rolls are best done in fast planes. We're barely above our cruise speed. Okay, so we're turning towards Glamis Castle. You're so bad for my health. Just so that you know, this game is on the hardest realism. So if I overstress the airplane, it will just cut out and say, you know, you overstressed the airplane. I can't lie, Vivi. I was more than a little bit nervous that it was going to go horrible. I genuinely thought it was going to go really badly. And speaking of which, speaking of aerobatics, when I first did this flight, I actually did it in the Alpha Jet, which you might have seen on my Twitter, which is a blue. It's a jet used to train pilots, to train fighter pilots, and I actually tried flying this path using that jet. The problem is, it burns through fuel like no man's business. By the time I got to Balmoral Castle, I had already run out of fuel, and I was gliding into Balmoral Castle. And there's not an airport for, well, there's not one close enough for me to have landed. That's the only reason why I couldn't. I was like, oh, I don't know what plane to do it in. It can't be a jet. It can't be an airliner because they're too big. They don't turn quick enough. And you're not going to see the sights. And a lot of the single propeller aircraft are just too slow. Like the Icon, for example, which I would have loved to do this in. I would have loved to use the Icon. It's a lovely little plane. But it cruises at 85 knots, whereas this cruises at 124, I think. It should be in here. Maximum maneuver speed. So, yeah, just under 148 knots then. So we are coming towards, look at this lovely little river, stream, lake. I'm not quite sure what this is actually. Let's have a quick look. Oh, go back onto Google Maps. Balmoral Castle. So we go down there. Apparently it might be a road. I don't think it is a road. Yeah, I'm sorry, Google Maps, that is not a road. I wish I knew where I was, but unfortunately I don't. Right, let's go ahead and reduce our power again, because we are getting close to our destination. Well, the next stop in our journey, I should say. You may notice I'm not talking to air traffic control at the minute, whereas I would usually be passed on from person to person. I'm purposefully not, because they're annoying for a start, and it's kind of redundant. I'm flying VFR, so they'll just be handing me over from airspace to airspace, and approach to approach. So, yeah, it's, in my opinion, it's a redundant thing. It's sure it adds a bit more immersion, but I mean, I'm using third person quite frequently, so how immersive is this stream? Let's be honest. To be fair, VV, to be fair, I have got an answer for you. My VFR map shows me where other planes are, and there aren't any other planes around me at the minute. Not to mention, it would also be shown on this this map. And I believe this aircraft actually has TCAS. I have no way of check. I believe that's TCAS. Oopsie daisy. Didn't mean to click that. No, I don't think that is TCAS. Well, if there's a balloon, then oh dear. Oh, in fact, I tell you what, look at this. There just happens to be someone on their way towards me now. So, Let's play. Can we spot them? They should be somewhere over there. I don't know their altitude. Haven't got the focus. Oh, whatever they're flying in, it's fast. Okay, so Balmoral Castle should be off to our right. I just took a little dog fight. Maybe I should install Armour 2. I had so much fun playing Armour 2 with my friends. I used to have a joystick instead, you know, a proper, like, the upright joystick. And I had so much fun playing Armour with some of my friends on that. Go. Right. Stop climbing. The first battlefield is this. Because I've recently played the first battlefield, the campaign, and the campaign for that game is incredible. It's such an interesting, it's really different to what I'm used to. It kind of reminded me of a game I used to play on number 2. I used to play on PS2, which was Battlefront 2 or Battlefield 2, where you could drive tanks and fly helicopters and stuff like that. No, not Star Wars. It was a proper like army, almost like an army simulation game, kind of. You'd nearly always start. By parachuting in, but this was on the PlayStation 2, by the way. So I don't know whether it's possible to get Battlefield 2 mixed up with something else. Let's check whether. Yep, so it's doing it again. It's not even letting me look at the castle. Do it myself. No worries. Vivi, hey, I appreciate you stopping by. I really appreciate it. So, here's Glamorous Castle. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, by the way. What I'm doing right now is a lot more complicated. Oh! Uh-oh! Uh-oh, that's embarrassing. Uh-oh. Well, that wasn't expected. What do we do now? I tell you what, we're going to jump ahead a little bit then. We're going to jump ahead with our flight, just so that you can see me land, because like I said, I'm going to do this VFR, so I'm going to be landing manually. So we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to pick a random point in the sky with the... What were we just in? We were in the caravan. Go ahead with that. We're going to do clear skies. Set departure. Arrival. We're gonna add the footbridge and a house, Scottish Houses of Parliament, and then we're gonna land. Apologies, that was really unexpected. Really, really unexpected. Let's go ahead and fly. I actually have no idea what I did then to overstress the aircraft. I have a feeling it might have been I was pulling back too hard. But I don't know. So this will have autopilot on, so let's go ahead and disengage autopilot. Cancel flight following.
Edinburgh approach Cessna 123, cancel flight following.
Let's go down so that you can see this. Okay, so I'm going to do a move. This is a move used for losing altitude quickly. Ah, there we go. Apparently the safe way to lose altitude quickly. You almost overspeed then. We've got Queensferry Crossing, foot at 4th Road Bridge, and then the 4th Rail Bridge. I'm going to go ahead and try that maneuver again. So what I'm doing here is I'm almost stalling the plane, and it's allowing me to lose altitude quite quickly. Because if I just nosed the plane down, I would overstress it. It would go too fast, and parts of the plane would start coming off. Sections of the wing, possibly parts of the tail maybe. It could damage some of the instruments within the plane. Okay, so there are bridges. And I know you're thinking this, and I'm surprised it hasn't already been put in chat. No, I can't fly under the bridges, I'm afraid. I have tried. I've tried many times. I'm not the only person. Microsoft, Asobo, the people who made Microsoft Flight Simulator, have not made it possible to fly under bridges. It's an unfortunate. Maybe it will be changed in a future update, because I know there are a lot of people who would like to experience. What's the word I'm looking for? They'd like to experience aerobatic flight. There are some aerobatic planes on this game, and you know, flying under bridges is perfect for that sort of thing, or even with like fighter jets. But currently, as it stands, if I try and fly under that bridge, it will basically say I've hit a brick wall, and it will just end my flight like it did before. In fact, last time I flew into a bridge, when I was flying under it, it said something along the lines of, you didn't put your landing gear down in time, and the plane just crashed or something. And it made absolutely zero sense. Oh, look at this. I might be landing just as the sun sets. So that's where we're going to be landing. I really should have asked for clearance to cross their airspace. That was incredibly naughty. But it's okay, don't tell anyone. Shh. So, we are on our way to the Scottish Houses of Parliament. It says Edinburgh Castle as I... It's not doing it. So, I believe it's this middle pin here is the Scottish Houses of Parliament. There's a castle next to it, if I'm not mistaken, and something else next to it. It almost looks like a stadium next to the Houses of Parliament. Let's go ahead. Slow down a little bit. We'll come down. Really? I imagine I'm already breaking some laws by flying this low, but we're going to fly a little bit lower. Don't worry, I am going to turn around. We came in a bit too... I was practically on top of it as I came down, so there we go. Down there is the Scottish Houses of Parliament. This thing called Dynamic Earth. That's what I said. That looks a bit like a stadium. It looks a little bit like the O2 Arena. I think it's called the O2 Arena. And then the Palace of Holyrood House. Palace of Holyrood House. Horrible looking buildings. Do you not approve of the... Do you not approve of the Scottish Houses of Parliament and the... I can't remember what the other one was called. Something to do with Earth. Oh, just the Parliament building. Hey, I gotta be honest, I think it looks a lot nicer than our eyesore. The Houses of Parliament look terrible. It looks like an abbey. Okay. Let's try. I'd like to maintain straight and level flight for a bit. Wonder if there we go. As you can see, all the lights are starting to come on the house. It looks lovely. There's Edinburgh Castle. A little bit of third person as well. Check that out. Ooh, oh, we've already gone right past it. Never mind.
500.
I am definitely breaking a lot of aviation laws right now. The one thing I need to do is make sure that I've got my landing lights on. Everything else, I believe, is on that I need it on, yeah. Oh, look at that. Lovely, lovely sunset. So I'm going to go ahead and tune into Edinburgh Airport. And I'm going to request landing. Full stop landing.
Edinburgh Tower Cessna 112 tree is 5 miles east with Quebec to land. Cessna 112 tree, Edinburgh Tower. Fly straight in runway 24. Altimeter 29er decimal 9er to wind 274 at tree. Cessna 112 tree cleared to land runway 24.
Oh dear, we're already clear to land. Okay. I'm going to need to put this in first person view because I actually can't see the runway right now. Okay. Put myself in line. Oh, I've got to be honest with you, I'm really struggling to see this runway. Let's go back into third person. The sun is not helping. Oh, there's the runway. Oh, I'm going to have to tell them. I'm going to have to tell them that. Oh, no. Okay. Ah. Right. We're going to have to remain in traffic pattern. So what that means is we make a series of left turns. And then it should line us back up with the runway. Oh, this is embarrassing. This is honestly embarrassing. I am a much better pilot than this. Just seems to be today. You know, the pressure's on. I'm streaming. So today. Also, I don't usually drink wine when I play Flight Sim. I only drink the wine when I'm on stream. No, that's not true. I do drink wine when I'm not streaming. So, check that. Oh, no, we've just hit the end of the runway. So to remain in traffic pattern, what we do is we keep flying until the end of the runway is roughly 45 degrees from our tail. Then we go ahead and we turn 90 degrees left. Okay. Right now. So as you can see, the airport is now over there. Did I say 90 degrees? I think I meant to say 45, whatever I said. I'm going to go ahead and make another left turn now to take us onto the base leg. I think it's called the base leg. So runway 24, so that's 1, 2. No, it can't be 1, 2. 240 minus 160 is 80. Right, so 080. Okay, so we're heading the right way. We should now be roughly parallel to the runway. But we're just slightly off. There we go. We'll keep going for a bit. So it looks like we're not going to be landing at the sunset. I reckon the sun will be down before we get there. But we might still be landing into the orange clouds. Well, purple. Purple tonight. I think we've probably given ourselves enough room. I'm going to go ahead and double check though. Yeah, we've got enough room to do this now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn another 90 degrees. And we're going to reduce power to 30%, just so that we can start gradually descending. Look at the pretty little houses. I'll go ahead and straighten it up. I'm going to check that I can actually still see that airport, because that caught me off guard last time. I'm going to put on some flaps. It will slow us down. It'll also give us a bit more lift. So, I wasn't expecting it to give me that much lift. But just so that you know, there has been a bug with the flaps on this game, so that might be why all of a sudden the plane decided to lift. It is real-time weather, but because I'm flying VFR and I wanted you to be able to see some of the sights, I turned off live weather because at the minute it's apparently rain. I tell you what, I can go ahead and turn the real weather back on. Let's go ahead and put the live weather back on. There we go. So apparently, wow. So apparently that's what it looks like right now. That's that looks like the end of days. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad you told me to do that. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Whoa. Okay. Oops. So let's go ahead and unpause. Ooh. And I've just spotted the runway, and we have not lined ourselves up well for it. I say we, me, I'm to blame here, and I apologize. You know, you just can't get the staff these days. All these young pilots claiming to be able to fly, but really they're just as terrible as the next one. I'll tell you why I'm getting it wrong. It's because my VFR map is telling me to do one thing. I might even be about to land on the wrong runway. I'm pretty sure I'm not though. Yeah, so we are far too high. Okay, I'm going to go full fuel mixture. Okay, so just a quick tutorial when it comes to airports. I can't remember what these are called, but there's a saying. This is it's like an indication of how you're coming in to land. White over white, you're out of sight, meaning you're too high. Red over red, which means you're dead. That means you're too low. Red over white, red over white, you're all right. So as you can see, there's one red light and 3 white lights. That means I'm ever so slightly high, but it's still a good glide slope. That's far too much trim. That took us right up. No, I need to point my nose to the numbers, which is going to be just after that green line. Yeah, we're far too high. I'm going to idle my throttle. Point to the green line. Down a little bit. There you go. You can see the numbers. Right. Past the numbers. And down. Point to the end of the runway. I realise I'm not properly over the runway. This is such a terrible landing. Oh, please forgive me. Please forgive me. This is the most intense stream I've done yet of Flight Sim. I promise I'll not do it again. Oh no, I can't even get the plane on the bloody runway. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh dear. We're down. Okay. Full reverse thrust. Oh my goodness.
Cessna 123, turn next taxiway.
Turn next taxiway. Cessna 1123. Get my numbers right. Nice recovery. What you mean is well done for putting it on the ground. I imagine I've probably damaged the landing gear. Thankfully, this game doesn't simulate that. It would just if I did too much damage, it would say, you know,
Cessna 123 contact ground on 121.755.
it would say you've overstressed the airplane. Ah. So I'm trying to get my mouse so that I can acknowledge the radio message.
1.755 Cessna 123.
They could do with having voice recognition on this. It would be fantastic if they did. Call them. I'm going to request taxi to. Request taxi to the gate. I know it's already got a taxi to us, but I don't know where it's taking us.
Enter a ground Cessna 1123 taxi to the gate. Cessna 1123 taxi to general aviation parking.
Okay. They haven't even told me which taxiway to use.
General aviation parking Cessna 123.
I pride myself on being able to play this game quite well, but today has been horrible. A long section of not that entertaining, and then right at the end things go horribly wrong and it's all rather interesting. Oh, I'm drifting across the runway now. Taxiway even, not runway. Oh dear, this is not one of my better streams. I really look forward to doing next week. I'm going to be doing another Penguin original presentation. I really hope you... Bloody hell, what's this bus doing? I really hope you'll join me for that. God knows what that guy's doing. A little bit forward. Keep coming. Okay. Surely not. Surely I'm there. Okay, yeah. I'm not going any further forward. So let's go ahead now. I'm just going to quickly go through the shutdown procedure. So we are going to go ahead and parking brake is... Oh, that's not the parking brake. So first of all, we can go ahead and turn the fuel off. Cut off the fuel. We turn the battery master off. There we go. Okay, so I want to... Oh, look, I've got my torch on. That's so cool. I didn't even know that was a feature. Okay, so I'd like to thank you so much for joining me. It has been incredibly fun and really embarrassing at the same time. Join me next week as I will be doing another Penguin original presentation. I haven't decided where I'll be flying yet, but it will be somewhere nice. Yeah, if you've got any suggestions, feel free to leave it on my Twitter or as a comment on the video. Next week's Penguin original presentation is going to be on planes of World War One. So if that interests you, be sure to catch that. I've been told I have to remind people to like and subscribe, but honestly, hey, if you like the video, sure, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, I encourage you to hit the thumbs down. It tells me that, you know, I need to work on things. And hit the subscribe just because you love me. So thank you very much and enjoy your week of gaming. Enjoy. Bye bye.